Hello students, so I am myself K. Srinivasa Demalpur, teaching physics in RJS PU and PU College, Koramangala, Bengaluru 34. I am going to explain very important questions for the supplementary examinations which will be held on September 12th onwards after, right, to 2020. So what are the important questions we can expect for the supplementary examinations in after September 12th 2020. First you have to prepare 1 mark questions, at least 10 from 10 question papers. Part A containing only 1 mark questions. 10 questions compulsory you have to answer. 10 questions will give rise to 10 marks. You have to refer from 10 question papers, maybe annual question papers or supplementary question papers. From 2015 to 2019, you will get 5 question papers, 5 years, and 5 annual examination papers and 5 supplementary question papers. Must and should you have to prepare for 1 mark questions, 100 questions you have to prepare. Because 100 1 mark questions, preparing 100 1 mark questions is hardly, it will take 2 hours, maximum is 3 hours. Because you already prepared well. I don't not necessary to what is the reason for failed in the annual examination. Don't worry about and don't think about the past. Right? What you want to do for the supplementary examination, how to prepare for the supplementary examination, just you follow my advice. I hope definitely it will help you a lot. You prepare thoroughly 10 question papers, including supplementary and annual question papers for part A for 10 questions, 1 mark questions. So into 10 question paper you will get 100 questions. So thoroughly prepare. In out of 100 questions, definitely you will get 6 questions. There is no doubt at all. You will get 6 marks. Next, in part B, you prepare at least, see, 8 questions will be there in part B. You have to answer 5 questions. Am I right or not? From 11 to 18. From question number 11 to 18 is part B, 2 mark questions, 8 questions will be given and you have to answer for 5 questions. So what is, how to prepare for 2 mark questions? You prepare 2016, 17, 18, right? 16, 17, 18 and supplementary. So roughly you will get 6 question papers. 6 question paper into 8 questions in part B. 8 6 are 48 questions of 2 mark questions. 48 questions of 2 marks. See here, for 2 mark questions you have to write only 2 equations. Maximum is 4 equations. Otherwise maximum is 4 sentences. Not necessary to see what kind of answer you should write for 2 mark questions. Let us suppose they will ask properties of electric field lines of forces. Properties of electric field lines of forces means you write 4 properties. Electric field lines start from positive charge and terminate at negative charge. Electric field lines, there is a longitudinal contraction between the electric field lines of forces that will indicates 2 unlike charges attract each other. There is a lateral expansion between the electric field lines of forces, so that indicates 2 like charges repel each other. Electric field lines will never passes through the conductor, so you will get, you have written 4 properties of electric lines of forces, you will get 2 marks. You have to write specific answers, don't write paragraphs. First you avoid writing paragraph, you see the question and what is the weightage of marks for the particular question A, part B question or part C question. If the question is for part B, it is a 2 mark question. If they will ask any mathematical part, let us suppose write the expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. What you will write? C is equal to A into epsilon naught into epsilon R by D. Point number 1. Where C is the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor, A is the area of the plates, and epsilon R is the dielectric constant between the plates, and D is the distance between the plates. That's all. Write the expression for 1 mark and expand all the terminologies present in the expression. That will give us to 1 mark. So 2 mark question is clear. If they will ask for 3 mark question, on what factors the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor can be increased? Right? Capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor can be increased by increasing the area of the plates. Capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor can be increased by increasing the dielectric constant between the plates. By decreasing the distance between the plates, capacitance of the capacitor can be increased. This is for 3 mark questions. You see the weightage of marks. Based on the weightage of marks, write specific answers. See, in 8 questions, part B, you have to write only 5 questions. If you don't know all the 5 questions, you write at least 3 questions. If you test the question, you have to get out of out. 3 2s are 6 marks you will get. In the part A, you got 6 questions. 6 questions are right, 6 marks. In part B, 3 questions are correct, again 6 marks. 12 marks are you got already. Similarly, what I said for part B, refer 6 question papers including supplementary and annual 2016, 17, 18. We'll get 6 question paper. In each part B, 8 questions are there. 8 6 are 48 2 mark questions will be there. In 48 2 questions, you will get in 2020 supplementary. After September 12th, you will get a supplementary examination. You have a supplementary examination. In that 8 questions will be, they will ask. In 8 questions, you have to answer at least minimum. Out of 8, 3 questions will be choice and 5 will be you have to answer. Out of 5, you answer only 3 questions, no problem, 6 marks you will get. Look, but you have to answer. If you test the question, if you have to secure out of out. Don't refer all the textbooks, all the notes. No, the time is very short and sweet. And what kind of preparation? Just you take the question papers of 6 question papers. Whatever the questions there in the 6 question paper, thoroughly you first prepare and then you write answers. Next, similarly for part C 2017, again 16, 17, 18. Again they will give for 8 questions. Again you will get 8 6 of 48 questions. You will get 3 mark questions. All 48 is not possible for you to prepare thoroughly. At least you prepare 30 questions in 3 marks. Any 30, definitely you will get at least you have to answer 5 questions. You may, let us suppose 4 questions may appear. So 4 3s are 12 you will get. Already 12 marks, 6 marks from part A, 6 marks from part B, against 12 marks from part C. So you will get at least 22 marks. You will get passing marks. That's all. This is a very simple preparation to get 22 marks. Point number 1. Next, in part C, part A is 1 mark question, part B is 2 mark question, part C is 3 mark question. Again, you will have to refer 6 question papers from part C of any 2016, 17, 18. So totally 3 plus 3, 6 question papers. From 6 question paper, you will get 48 questions are there. You thoroughly prepare 48 questions, you will get out of it. You will get out of it. Okay, now next. So the question paper, again part, if you go into the part A, B, C, E, now you are in part D. So in compulsory from part A, they will ask 3 questions, you have to answer 2 questions. Again in from the part second, they will ask 3 questions, you have to answer 2 questions. Okay, now. This time 100% from electrostatics and capacitor, electric field due to a dipole along the axial line or equatorial line, or electric field due to a charged spherical shell. These are the questions, because in the 2020 March 4th, the examination you already attended, right? They were not asked a single question, 5 marks question from electrostatics and capacitor. This time 100%. They are asking on electric field due to a dipole along the axial line or equatorial line, or electric potential due to an isolated charge. These are the 3 or 5 marks question. Or else electric field due to a charged spherical shell, that is applications of Gauss theorem, they may ask for 3 mark question. So definitely this time you can expect more theoretical questions from electric charge, electric field and capacitors. Energy stored in a capacitor, you can expect for 3 mark question. Properties of electric lines of forces, you can expect for 3 mark questions. Properties of charges, you can expect for 3 mark questions. Okay, na? So what are the 5 mark questions from electrostatics and capacitor? electric field due to a dipole along the axial line, or electric field due to a dipole along the equatorial line, or electric field due to a spherical conductor. These three are, and electric potential due to an isolated charge. These four are 5 marks question. Out of 4 you may get 1. The rest of the questions are 3 mark questions. Please, this time you more focus on electrostatics and capacitors so that you will get more number of 3 mark questions and 5 mark questions. Clear? That is question number 23. Am I right or not? 23. Next question number 24. 24 from current electricity. This time they won't ask current electricity. Just they will ask 2 mark question. Limitation of Ohm's law, applications of Ohm's law, right? And resistor series or resistor parallel, cells in series and cells in parallel, or Weisner's network bridge they may ask, or they may ask Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law. These questions definitely will appear because in the annual examination they were asked deduction of Ohm's law, or sigma is equal to n square tau by m. That is question number 23 they were asked. This time question number 23 from electric charge and capacitor, and question number 24 from moving charges and magnetism. Derive an expression for magnetic field along the axis of a circular coil. Pakka question. This time we are expecting, because force between two parallel conductors they were asked. I am talking about question number 24. The question number 24 is based on moving charges and magnetism. What are the questions are there? So Maxwell, Ampere circuit law, questions on Ampere circuit law, magnetic field due to a solenoid or toroid, or Biot-Savart law they can ask, or they can ask for 5 mark question, magnetic field along the axis of a circular coil. So these are the very important questions. Again, torque on a current loop they may ask for 3 mark question. Clear? That is question number 24. Question number 25. Question number 25 from again magnetism and matter. So they can ask the question differences between dia, para and ferromagnetic materials, or bar magnet as equivalent to a current carrying solenoid is equivalent to a bar magnet. This they will ask for 5 mark question. They can ask declination, inclination, some small definitions for 1 mark questions, and properties of electromagnets, uses of electromagnets. These kind of questions you can expect. As from again move to the next topic is electromagnetic induction and AC circuits. In electromagnetic induction and AC circuit, explain Lenge's law. Explain Lenge's law, they can ask for 3 more questions. State and explain Lenge's law. They may ask for Maxwell right hand thumb rule. Sorry, Fleming's left hand rule and Fleming's right hand rule. That is for 2 more questions. Then they can ask for cyclotron. This time I am expecting cyclotron from moving charges and magnetism. What are the uses of cyclotron? Pakka question. We can expect, or theory of cyclotron they may ask. Or they can ask, write a neat diagram of cyclotron and principle of cyclotron they can ask. These are the important questions from moving charges and magnetism. Next, if we are coming to the electromagnetic induction, again as I said, state and explain Lenge's law, or define self-inductance of a coil, or derive an expression for energy stored in an inductor. These are the questions you can expect. Then what do you mean by define 1 Henry? They can ask for 1 Henry, 1 mark question. What are eddy currents? What are the uses of eddy currents? Pakka question. This time I am expecting for 2 mark question. Next, if you are coming to the AC circuits, 100% series LCR circuit they can ask, or derive an expression for AC circuit containing pure inductor, pure capacitor, pure resistor. They can ask for 3 mark question. Or define, they can ask what do you mean by IRMS, VRMS, instantaneous, V instantaneous, I instantaneous. These are the important questions I am expecting from AC circuits. What is the mean value of current or voltage over a full cycle? The mean value of current or voltage over a full cycle is 0. Half a cycle should be calculated. Why we should? So instead of full cycle, we have to, instead of IRMS or VRMS, sorry, I average, V average, we should calculate RMS value of current and RMS value of voltages. This is coming to the AC circuit topic. Next, if you are going to this is complete concept of part A, right? From the part B book, that is from optics. In optics, they were asked the expression for fringe width, beta is equal to lambda d by d. This time I am expecting lens maker formula, or refraction through spherical surface, or refraction through prism. Out of these 3 derivations, they may ask for 1 derivation. For 3 mark question, 2 lenses in contact. They can ask for 3 mark question. Or write a neat ray diagram of simple microscope. And what is the principle of simple microscope and magnifying power of simple microscope. They may ask for in interference, diffraction, limit of resolution of a microscope and telescope, and what are the resolving power of microscope and telescope. These are the questions I am expecting for the supplementary question paper from optics, ray optics and optical instruments. So now coming to the so in atomic physics, they already asked the question for radius of the nth orbit. They were asked in the annual examination. I am expecting problem from atomic physics. Problem numerical they may ask. This time n is equal to n naught into e to the power of minus lambda t. That is radioactive decay derivation. 100% they may ask. Other else, explain specific binding energy curve. They can ask for 5 marks question. Then what do you mean by binding energy? What do you mean by mass defect? What are the properties of nucleus? Properties of nucleus means nuclear charge, nuclear mass, nuclear density, nuclear magnetic moment. These are all the questions we can expecting for 3 mark questions in nuclear charge. Nucleus. Radioactive decay, n is equal to n naught into e to the power of minus lambda t is a very, very important derivation. Or expression for half-life and mean life. They may ask for 3 mark questions. Coming to the dual nature of matter and radiation. So they may ask Dunnington's experiment, or they may ask for Rutherford alpha scattering experiment. Explain Rutherford alpha scattering experiment results of. Or in dual nature of matter and radiation, they may ask for experimental results of photoelectric effect. This time I am expecting write the experimental results of photoelectric effect. They may ask for 3 mark questions. And what are the types of electron emission? These are all 3 marks and 2 mark questions. You prepare in this because in the last in the annual examination they were asked Einstein's explanation on photoelectric effect. This time you can expect only 10%, 90% remaining questions they may ask. This is coming to the atomic and nuclear physics. So in case of solid state electronics, differences between p-type semiconductor, n-type semiconductor, differences between intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor, p-n junction diode as a characteristics of p-n junction diode. These are the important questions. So you prepare as per at least 6 question papers thoroughly. Don't prepare so many more number of questions. You prepare at least 6 question paper thoroughly. In that 6 question paper, definitely you will get all 1 mark questions, 6 1 mark questions, around 3 2 mark questions, and 3 5 mark questions, and 3 mark questions. That is sufficient for getting 50 marks. Okay, God bless you. Thank you, one and all.